Today, I'm on a mission to find the weirdest, wildest, and most downright bizarre attractions in all of Texas. Forget the Alamo and the Space Center. This is the side of Texas you've never seen before. Welcome back to Lone Star Plate, where we go off the beaten path and straight into the strange. Now, Texas is a state that prides itself on being big, bold, and a little bit odd. So it's no surprise that you can find some of the most unusual roadside stops, quirky museums, and jaw-dropping oddities anywhere in the country, maybe even the world. And today, I'm taking you on a whirlwind tour of the absolute strangest. First up, the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo. Imagine this: 10 classic Cadillacs, half buried nose first in the middle of a dusty field. It looks like alien art, but it's actually a tribute to American ingenuity and the open road. The best part? You can bring your own spray paint and leave your mark. I grabbed a can, tagged my name, and instantly felt like a Texas graffiti legend. The colors, the creativity, the sheer randomness, it's a must-see, and it's totally free. Next, we're heading to the Museum of the Weird in Austin. If you've ever wanted to see a two-headed chicken, shrunken heads, or the infamous Minnesota Iceman, this is your place. The museum is stuffed with oddities, curiosities, and sideshow wonders. I even got to meet the resident fortune-telling mummy. Spoiler alert, she told me I'd see something even weirder before the day was over. Challenge accepted, mummy. Now, let's get even stranger. Deep in the heart of Texas, you'll find the Cathedral of Junk, a 3-story tower built entirely out of, well, junk. We're talking bicycles, hubcaps, lawn ornaments, and even a disco ball or two. It's an ever-changing monument to the idea that one person's trash really is another's treasure. I climbed to the top, took in the view, and wondered just how many lawn flamingos it takes to build a cathedral. Answer: a lot. But wait, it gets even weirder. In the tiny town of Cresson, there's a place called Fossil Rim Wildlife Center. You can drive your car through a safari park filled with giraffes, zebras, and rhinos, all in Texas. I rolled down my window, fed a giraffe, and tried not to freak out when a zebra stuck its head in my car looking for snacks. Where else can you go on safari without leaving the Lone Star State? Speaking of animals, you can't talk about bizarre Texas attractions without mentioning the world's largest rattlesnake roundup in Sweetwater. Every year, thousands of people gather to watch, catch, and even eat rattlesnakes. I watched a demonstration, tried on a snakeskin hat, and politely declined the fried rattlesnake nuggets. Some things are just a little too bizarre, even for me. Now, let's take a trip to Marfa, home of the mysterious Marfa Lights. People have reported seeing strange, glowing orbs dancing across the desert for over 100 years. No one knows what they are: aliens, ghosts, or just a trick of the light. I parked at the official Marfa Lights viewing area, set up my camera, and waited, and waited, and okay, I may have mistaken some car headlights for UFOs, but the mystery is half the fun. Ready for more? In Hillsboro, you'll find the roadside giant pencil, literally just a gigantic yellow pencil sticking out of the ground. Why is it there? Who knows? But it makes for a perfect Instagram photo, and that's good enough for me. In Houston, there's the National Museum of Funeral History. Morbid? Maybe. Fascinating? Absolutely. I learned about the history of embalming, saw a collection of fancy hearses, and even checked out a replica of a Pope's coffin. It's weird, it's wonderful, and it'll make you appreciate life, and maybe your local funeral director, a little bit more. And if you're into the truly odd, you have to visit Sparky Park in Austin. What used to be an old electrical substation is now a psychedelic sculpture garden filled with mosaics, mirrors, and sculptures made from found objects. I wandered through tunnels of glass and tile, feeling like I'd stepped into another dimension. Let's not forget the beer can house in Houston. One man spent decades covering his entire house, walls, fences, and even the mailbox, with over 50,000 beer cans. It's shiny, it's quirky, and it's a testament to dedication and maybe a love of beer. And finally, for the perfect Texas photo op, you've got Prada Marfa, a fake, fully stocked Prada store in the middle of the desert. It's not open for business, but it's become an iconic art installation. I posed for a photo, pretended to window shop, and wondered if I could pull off cowboy boots with a designer bag. So, what did I learn from exploring Texas's most bizarre attractions? First, there's no limit to creativity or weirdness here. Second, the best adventures happen when you take the back roads and stop at every strange sign you see. And third, Texas isn't just big in size, it's big in personality too. Would I do it all again? In a heartbeat? In fact, I've got my eye on the next oddball stop already. Thanks for joining me on this wild, wacky ride. If you loved seeing the strange side of Texas, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's the weirdest place you've ever visited? Or what bizarre Texas attraction should I check out next? Until next time, keep it weird, keep it fun, and keep it Texas strong. This is Lone Star Plate, signing off and heading for the next roadside oddity.